Welcome to Bloom at the Yoga Garden, and thank you very much for joining me this morning. So you will need a brick today, I think. In fact, you definitely will need a brick today if you have it handy. And I'm going to read to you from The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. I love this one, and I think it is so, is your glass half empty or half full? Asked the mole. I think I'm grateful to have a glass, said the boy. I know, isn't that so meaningful, really? Because we all complain about so much, and whether you're a glass half full or a glass half empty person, as the boy says, aren't we fortunate to have a glass at all? So just get yourself comfortable on your mat, lie down in Shavasana. So feel as if you're stretching the crown of your head towards the top of the mat, but you're not sticking your chin up. So your chin is almost the tiniest wee bit tucked. Shoulders rolling down away from your ears. Arms rotated so the backs of the hands are on the floor. The heel of the right foot at the right edge of the mat. The heel of the left foot at the left edge of the mat. And take a nice long, slow, deep inhale. Open your mouth wide and just go. And just let everything go. Allow yourself the time to just be here now. So we're talking about the breath this week, and how we can use our breath to help us in our yoga practice. Because I can't remember who said it, but I thought it was so true, or it is so true, that exercise or asana without the breath is just exercise. Or moving without the breath is just exercise. I think that's what it is. Excuse me. So it's only yoga when we move with the breath. And of course that's easier said than done, because very often if we're finding a posture strenuous or difficult, or we're focusing really hard, we are inclined to hold our breath. So we want to try and get to the stage where we will always know to breathe, whether it's to give us more energy for a posture or to help us to soften and release and relax into it. So just take another nice, long, slow, deep inhale. And then just whisper it out through your nostrils. And I'm just going to read you a little bit from The Art of Living, a Thich Nhat Hanh thing. I've read it to you before. But it's about enjoying your breath. So I really would like you to enjoy your breath today if you can. So if you want to breathe as I read this, or breathe in time with it, feel free. Otherwise, just continue to observe your own natural breath and just listen. Breathing in, I enjoy my in-breath. Breathing out, I enjoy my out-breath. Breathing in, my whole body is harmonizing with the in-breath. Breathing out, my whole body is calmed with the out-breath. Breathing in, my whole body enjoys the peace of my in-breath. Breathing out, my whole body enjoys the relaxation of my out-breath. Breathing in, I enjoy the harmony of my in-breath. Breathing out, I enjoy the harmony of my out-breath. And just continue to be aware of your breath, to be the observer of your breath for a few more rounds. So each breath different, Each breath an invitation to relax. Each breath an invitation for a new start, a new beginning, a new way of being. So we breathe so many times a day, and yet we just ignore it most of the time. Maybe only when you suddenly go, you realise maybe you've been holding your breath, or you haven't been breathing properly for the last few, well, maybe not minutes, seconds, could be minutes too. Because we spend so much time breathing in the upper chest. Right, what we want to do is get back to that sensation of breathing the whole way down to the base of our lungs, which means taking the breath right down into our tummies, just the way a newborn baby does. So with that, we are going to do some full yogic breaths. So we're going to add a little count to it, and it is virtually the same as the coherent breath in many ways. We're going to breathe a count of 2 into the belly, 2 into the mid-chest, and 2 into the upper chest, and then as we exhale, everything will reverse. So it'll be 2 on the belly, 2 in the mid-chest, 2 in the upper chest. So it's virtually coherent breath, except that we're really consciously breathing into certain areas as we do it. So if you want to bend your legs now, it actually works quite well. I think you can almost feel your breath more easily in your tummy, and you can bring your hands onto your tummy if you want to. Check that your shoulders are staying nice and relaxed. And we'll take just a normal breath before we begin. And then in your next inhale, we're going to inhale into the belly. 1, 2, 3, 4 into the mid-chest. 5, 6 into the upper chest. And then as we exhale, it'll be 1, 2 in the belly. 3, 4 in the mid-chest. 5, 6 in the upper chest. We'll do 3 more rounds of that. Inhale belly, 1, 2, mid-chest, 3, 4, upper chest, 5, 6. Exhale, belly, 1, 2, mid-chest, 3, 4, upper chest, 5, 6. Inhale belly, 1, 2, mid-chest, 3, 4, upper chest, 5, 6. Exhale belly, 1, 2, mid-chest, 3, 4, upper chest, 5, 6. Last round. Inhale belly, 1, 2, mid-chest, 3, 4, upper chest, 5, 6. Exhale belly, 1, 2, mid-chest, 3, 4, upper chest, 5, 6. And then just return to your natural breath and notice how you're feeling. So we've spent a few minutes settling the physical body, calming the mind, getting ourselves just in the right place for our practice this morning. So have a stretch, whatever way your body is saying it needs it. So I feel, in fact I want to yawn. And then Once you've had your stretch, bring the soles of your feet onto the floor, bring your knees into your chest, wrap your hands around your knees and just 2 or 3 wee rocks from side to side, maybe a couple of wee circles, just whatever you feel that you want to do at the minute. And then you can bring your hands into the backs of your thighs if you want, and bring your lower legs parallel to the floor. So if you can see all of your feet, your lower legs aren't parallel to the floor. So you should just about be able to see the tops of your toes past your knees. So you can have your knees in line with your hips, which is probably quite comfortable, or even in a little bit. But if you want to work a wee bit harder, take your knees away a little bit. And as soon as you do that, you'll notice your lower back wants to lift off the floor. So see if you can really press your lower back into the mat, and that immediately switches on your tummy muscles. So check that your shoulders haven't rolled up round your ears when you do that. That's what they'll want to do because they think they need to help you to do this. But really, we are connected, but we don't need to use our shoulders for this particular thing. So my tummy feels quite switched on, just lying here, consciously pressing the small of my back into the floor, just with my legs at this angle. So this is strong enough maybe for you. And if you need to, hold on to the edges of your mat, or maybe even take your hands in underneath your bottom. And if you want to work a wee bit harder, you can clasp your hands and bring them behind your head and open your elbows out onto the floor. And again, check that your shoulders are soft. Check that you're still pressing your back into the floor. So the only place you should be feeling this is in your tummy. And I certainly am beginning to feel it in my tummy. So I hope you are. Either that or I've got very weak. So we're going to do 5 breaths here where we are. So either holding on to the edges of your mat or arms back. So nice, long, slow inhale. So try and keep that 1, 2, 3, the 1 to 6 breath if we can. Nice deep inhale. Nice soft exhale. And of course, bring your knees into your chest at any time if you need to. And just notice how strong something so simple can be. Use your breath to relax into it, to soften into it. So maybe we're about the 5th breath, so we'll do 1 more. And then if you have your hands behind your head, release them. Bring your knees into your chest. Give them a wee squeeze, and that feels so lovely after doing that. And then we're going to plant the feet back on the floor. Get your block. And we're going to put it between our feet. And then straighten your legs out along the floor. And you can either just do the legs of this bit if you want to, or you can do legs and arms. So what we're going to do is we're going to have our arms up behind us and our feet stretched out and the blocks between our feet. And we're just going to swap the block from our feet to our hands. So as you open up, you're going to inhale, and as you close, you're going to exhale. So as you're doing your exchange, you're exhaling, if that makes sense. And again, bring your arms down and just move your feet up and down if it's too much for you to have your arms back. So we're going to do 5 of these too. So take a big inhale here where you are, stretched out. And exhale, bring your block towards your hands towards your block, and then inhale, open up again. Exhale, swap block to feet. Inhale, open. Exhale, change. Exhale, swap. Inhale, open. Exhale, inhale, open. Let's do another couple. Exhale, block to hands, arms back. Exhale, swap. Did I say exhale there? I'm getting my inhale as you open. Last one. Block to feet. Exhale. And set your brick over to one side. And then from here, we're just going to roll over onto one side, press into your left hand or into your top hand and bring yourself up and meet me in easy cross leg. And use your brick to sit on if you want to. And lift the flesh off your sit bones and sit up nice and tall. So feel that you're rooting down into your sit bones and lifting yourself up nice and tall. Okay, so feel that you're breathing right from your belly, right from your sit bones almost. Feel your breath drawing the whole way up, right up to the very top of your lungs, the back of your throat, and roll your shoulders back and down. And then exhale. See if you can maintain that length on the exhale. Lovely. And then take your left hand over to your right knee, reach up with your right hand and arm and begin to hinge over to the left. Inhale back to center, swap hands, right hand to left knee, inhale up and over to the right. Other side again. Swap hands, left hand to right knee, reach up. Really reach this time. Exhale, bring yourself back. Swap hands. And again, really reach into the fingertips. And exhale, bring yourself back to center. So place your hands on your knees, take a big inhale. And as you exhale, suck your navel back towards your spine, round your shoulders, chin in towards your chest, like a cow pose. And then inhale, draw your heart center through, round, hollow out your spine. Keep pressing into your sit bones. Exhale, round your shoulders, navel back towards your spine. Inhale, draw your chest through, hollow out your back. One more. Exhale. Really feel you're getting into all those little bits of your back, spine and neck. And then inhale. Bring yourself through. Lovely. And then bring yourself back to neutral. Roll forward and meet me in tabletop. So we're going to have our knees below our hips, wrists below our shoulders, and fingers really well spread. So press strongly into the base of the index finger and thumb. And make sure you feel, quite nice and secure before we do anything. And again, we're going to do our cat-cows, but we're really going to focus on our breath as we do them. So pressing the floor away, so your shoulders are rolling back and down. So our spine should be, our back body should be really flat like a table. So we're not dipping down or rounding at the minute. And we're really going to focus on, think about that 3-part breath that we did, belly, rib, mid-chest, upper chest. So we're going to take a big inhale to the belly, mid-chest, upper chest as we dip our tummy down towards the floor, bottom up. And then exhale, belly, mid-chest, and then as we get to our upper chest, we're going to bring our bottom down towards our heels to squeeze out that last little bit of breath. And then inhale, belly, draw yourself through, mid-chest, and then upper chest, press the floor away, chin up, hollow out your spine, lovely. Exhale, tuck your tail, belly, mid-chest, upper chest, the last wee bit squeezes out. Inhale, belly, mid-chest, upper chest as you hollow out your spine. Exhale, tuck your tail, belly, mid-chest, upper chest. And then inhale, draw yourself through, belly, mid-chest, upper chest, and then we return to our neutral tabletop. So from here we're going to reach back with the right foot and leg. So give it a wee stretch first of all, and then bring it up just at hip level. So watch you haven't collapsed into the left side, that's it. And then just give a few wee pulses with that right foot and leg. Just a few wee pulses up and down, that's all we're doing. Nothing too drastic. And then maybe a few wee circles. Just the tiniest wee bit of a movement up in that right hip. So 2 strong arms. And then bring that knee back in. We'll do the other side. Reach back with the left foot and leg. Lift it up, toes pointing down. Just nice wee gentle pulses. 2 strong arms. Make sure your navel is back towards your spine. Well, what I mean is you're using your core to give you a wee bit of extra oomph, and breathe. And then a few wee circles, just the tiniest wee movement, trying to make sure it's happening up on the hip. And then bring that knee back down beside the other one. So we're just going to do a little bit of upper body work here, upper body strength work. So focus on a point about 6 inches, I would say, in front of the tops of your hands. And we're going to take a big inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your elbows back towards your body and bring your nose down onto the floor. Pause here and then press into your arms and bring yourself up and try and keep your elbows in the whole time. Great. Inhale here. Exhale, elbows in, shoulders away, lower down, pause, press into your hands and bring yourself up again. Try and keep your elbows in the whole time. Really good for your upper body strength, this is. Big inhale, exhale, elbows in, lower down, pause, press into your hands, inhale, bring yourself up. So we're just going to take that a wee bit further. We're going to reach back with our right foot and leg, and this time we're going to let it go up quite high. So we're going to do exactly the same thing again. We're going to lower down. Inhale, elbows in, lower down, pause, press into your hands and bring yourself up. Try and keep your elbows in. We'll do one more. Big inhale, exhale, elbows in, pause, and bring yourself up. Lovely. Other side. Left leg back and up. Press the floor away. Big inhale, exhale, down, pause. Lift your left leg up and bring yourself up. Last one, you'll be glad. Big inhale, exhale, down, pause, and bring yourself up. Lovely. Well done. So bring that knee down beside the other one. And we'll just sit back on our heels briefly. Clasp your hands in behind. And we're going to take a big inhale here. This is a wee breather for you. And exhale. Just bring your forehead down to the floor. Allow your arms to come up. And then drop your hands as you inhale and slowly bring yourself up. So this is what you would call a forcing technique to get all the air out of your lungs. So just be careful as you come up because you might feel a wee bit lightheaded. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale, exhale, lower. Allow your arms to drift up, forehead down. Inhale, bring yourself up again. Of course, you haven't got too far to fall anyway. Last one. Big inhale and exhale, shoulders back, Allow your hands to drift up. Inhale. And bring yourself back up again. Lovely. So that was your wee breather. So now bring yourself back into your tabletop position, but this time take your knees out slightly wider. Press into your right hand and arm, and then draw your left hand up right across your body and reach up to the ceiling. So feel you're drawing the right ribs the whole way forward. Take a big inhale, feel you're breathing into the left side of the ribs. And exhale, soften. One more. Inhale, really reach into the right fingertips. And this time as you exhale, you're going to take that left hand through, bring your left ear onto the floor, reach through with the left hand and arm, press into the right hand so you can get that wee bit further forward or further in. Take a big inhale here. Either just stay here, or if you want to, you can take your right arm up overhead. Maybe you'll even take a wee bit of a bind if you want to, or just bring your hand around the back body. So just go to where suits you. One more big inhale here. And exhale, release your right hand. Plant the right hand down, press into that hand and draw your left hand through. And we'll do the other side. So, excuse me, we're going to press into the left hand this time, and we're going to inhale up with the right. So feel that you're opening the whole way across your heart center, reaching up into the right fingertips. Try not, you will have a wee bit of having your knees wide helps you to get more of a turn. So your hips will move, you will pivot a bit your hips. Reach into your fingertips. Big inhale here, another reach. And then exhale. Draw that right hand through, right ear down to the floor. Really feel you're stretching that right hand through. So you're trying to go into the flat bit of your shoulder. Press into the left hand to try and get a wee bit more leverage. And then take your left hand up overhead. Or if you want to, you can bring your left hand down round to your back. Maybe take a bind on the right thigh. You don't even have to do this bit, you can just keep your left hand on the floor. One more breath here. Gently release your left hand, plant your left hand down, press into that left hand, draw yourself through and bring yourself back into tabletop. So bring your knees in a little bit, or, well, you can keep your knees exactly where they are if you prefer. And we're going to do a version of puppy pose. So we're going to, again, if you have your brick handy, you can bring your forehead down onto your brick, or take your hands out really wide if you find this tight in your shoulders. So we're just going to walk our hands forward, trying to keep our knees and hips in line. So just keep walking your hands forward and bring your brick underneath your forehead if you need it, and have your hands out as wide as you need to. So you're lifting your sit bones up, navel back towards your spine, pressing into the floor. Inhale and exhale. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. It's the same sensation you should feel in down dog. So really rotate your arm bones out so your shoulders are rolling away. One more big inhale here and exhale. And then lower your elbows down on your next inhale. Straighten your legs and bring yourself down into Sphinx pose. So elbows below your shoulders, you might need to walk them back a wee smidgen. And feel you're lifting the front ribs up and forward, if that makes sense. So you're sort of drawing them through, and at the same time you're drawing your shoulders away from your ears. So you're rolling your shoulders down your back body, pressing strongly into your lower arms and pressing into the tops of your feet. So it's a really active pose, and it's a strong pose if you're doing it properly. So keep pressing into your elbows, keep your shoulders rolling away, crown of your head going up towards the ceiling. Now you can either stay here, or if you want to go a bit further, you can tuck your toes under and bring yourself up into Sphinx plank. So anybody who suffers from sore wrists, this is a good way of doing plank. You're still getting the upper body workout or the strength. So keep pressing the floor into your elbows. Keep lifting all of the front body into the back body. Pressing into the heels. And again, you can stay here if you want. So we're going to stay here for a couple of breaths anyway. But if you want to go a wee bit further, maybe you'll dip your right hips down to the right, back to centre, left hip down to the left, back to centre, right hip down to the right. So we're getting a wee twist as well. Back to centre, left hip down to the left. Back to centre, lower your knees down to the floor, walk your hands back, forehead on the floor, tuck your toes under and bring yourself back up and meet me in downward facing dog. So walk your dog briefly. So straighten one leg at a time, maybe even have a little twist as you do this. And once you've done or straightened each leg about 4 times, come into your static dog. Take your heels back and down. Lift your sit bones up as high as you can. Shoulders away from your ears. Pressing into the base of the index finger and thumb, and let your head go. Big inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Really pressing the floor away. Don't let the weight come forward. The weight will want to come forward. One more breath here. Then take the weight onto your left foot, look forward and step through with the right foot. And bring your right knee to the floor initially. Then move your right hand to the inside of your right foot. So your right baby fingers beside your right big toe. And draw your heart center through. Big inhale to make that happen. Now if you're already feeling a good stretch here at the tops of your legs, you'll maybe just stay here. So careful that you're not rounding your back when you're here. So we really want to feel that we're lifting the heart center up and drawing everything through, nice flat back. Pressing firmly into that front foot. If you want to, you can lift the back knee off the floor. You don't have to do this bit, your choice. And again, look forward. Don't collapse into your arms. Keep pressing into your feet. And then if you want to, maybe you'll reach forward with your right arm. But you're not resting on this right knee. Maybe you'll reach forward with your left arm. So strong arms, reaching forward, reaching, pressing into your feet, lifting up. No collapsing onto that front knee, whether you're here or whether you're here. Breathe, inhale. Feel how good it is to be alive and to be strong and to be doing this. One more big inhale here. You're doing great. Bring your hands down either side of that front foot. Press into the back foot and step back into down dog. Lovely. Doesn't it feel good? So walk your dog or have a wriggle, whatever you want to do. And then take the weight onto the right foot, other side. And we'll step it through. Back knee to the floor initially. Bring your left hand to the inside of the left foot. And again, lean forward. When I say lean forward, bring your heart center through. So the left knee and the left ankle are in line. So we're not kind of, rolling forward like that. We want to get the nice stretch up at the tops of the legs, up at your hip flexors. So a version of lizard pose. So really feel you're drawing your heart center through. Big inhale, really feel strong. Feel that sense of length in the back body. And either stay here or tuck the toes of the back foot under and press strongly into the heel of the back foot. Maybe you'll stay here. Maybe you'll reach forward with the left hand. Maybe you'll reach forward with the right hand, but you're not collapsing onto the left knee no matter where your knee is, back knee's down or not. You're trying to lift your body up. So reaching forward, you're trying to get something in front of you there and you can't quite reach it. Keep reaching, keep breathing. Big inhale, reach. Exhale, soften. Inhale, reach. Exhale, soften. One more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, soften. Brilliant. Hands down. Pressing the toes of the back foot. And you're back into down dog. So we'll have a wee breather here, or take your knees down either side of your mat and have your breather there. And just walk your dog. And notice how it feels. So just a couple more breaths here. Try not to let the weight come forward and down dog. One more big inhale. If you're in child's pose, join us back in downward facing dog. And then we're going to take our weight onto our left foot and leg. Lift your right leg up, bend your right leg, heel in towards your bottom. Check your left kneecap is still in line with your ankle, so your left leg's still dead straight. Reach that right knee up towards the ceiling. Take a big inhale. And then exhale. We're going to bring the right knee in behind the right wrist. And then we're going to do a version of pigeon pose. Stretch your left toes back. So you want to stretch this left leg back a little bit. So tuck the toes under so you can stretch it back. And as soon as you do that, you'll begin to feel a stretch all up the right side. So if you've sore knees, you're not going to do this. You're just going to you can have your knee just in underneath maybe and do it like this, or leave it out altogether. Okay, so, and you will see people with their lower legs straight across the front of the mat practically, but it very much depends on your hips, whether you have the flexibility to do that. So we're trying to get the heel, theoretically the heel of the right foot at the left hip. So again, press the floor away and draw your heart center through. So we're not going any further with this, we're just staying here. So keep lifting up, lift up your heart center and see how that feels. Feel good. Pressing the floor away, lifting up. Big inhale right from the belly. Feel you're filling your lungs right up to the top. And exhale, feel you're softening. This is a strong pose, but you're softening into it. Shoulders away from your ears. One more big inhale here. And then we're going to tuck the toes of the back foot under. Just bring it in the tiniest wee bit. Press into the toes. And step back into downward facing dog. And just walk your dog very briefly. And then take the weight onto your right foot and leg. Lift it up, look forward, and step. Oh, sorry. My mistake. We're going to bend the left leg. I'm jumping the gun.
Nearly got away with only doing one side there. Bend your left knee up towards the ceiling. I needn't jump, must keep in the present. Check your right kneecap is in line with your right ankle. Watch it's not pivoting over the edge. Lift that right knee up towards the ceiling. Big inhale here. Exhale, look forward. And you're going to bring the left knee in behind the left wrist. And this side could be completely different. So get yourself wherever feels right. This side feels very tight for me today. But so just go where it feels right. So straighten, or see if you can walk the toes, the back foot back a wee bit, and make sure it's nice and straight behind you. And again, press into your hands. So much the way we did in our lizard version. Press the floor away. Lift your heart center through. Shoulders away from your ears. Press into the top foot. And again, breathe. Breathe from your belly, mid-chest, upper chest. Pressing into your hands, strong hands and arms, lovely. Inhale up, shoulders away from your ears. Feel you're filling your lungs up completely. One more big inhale here. And then tuck the toes of the back foot under, step it in a wee bit, and then press into the toes of the back foot and bring yourself back into downward facing dog. And just walk your dog nice and briefly, or nice and whatever way it feels you need to do it. So now we're going to take the weight back onto the left foot and leg, lift your right leg up, look forward and step through with the right foot, and then plant the heel of the left foot. And this is where you're going to need your brick again. Should have said before we did this. So you want your brick at the baby toe side of your right foot, about a foot in front of your right foot. We're going to do Ardha Chandrasana. So the arch of the left foot is more or less in line with the heel of the front foot. And we're just going to keep both hands on the floor, one hand on your brick and the other hand on the floor to start off with. And then you're just going to lean forward onto the right foot. Maybe your left foot will begin to drift up. And you can press into the right leg, the right foot, and that left leg will drift up towards the ceiling. So again, we're trying to see if you can physically open across all of your heart center. So we're trying to stack our shoulders and our hips. Excuse me. And if you want to, then you can allow your left hand to drift up towards the ceiling and keep a wee bend in that front knee if you need to. So just feel stacked hips, stacked shoulders, and smile and feel how good it is to be able to be here to do this. One more breath here. Your right leg's probably beginning to scream at you. Breathe into that right hip. Soften into the right hip. Bring your left hand now down onto your left hip. Bend your front knee and step back really carefully. Windmill your arms down or bring your hands down to frame the front foot. Pivot in the toes of the back foot. And step back into downward facing dog. Well done. And of course you're at home. If you want to do it, your Ardha Chandrasana up against the wall. It's such a lovely way to do it. And you get the real feel for the pose when you're not having to worry about balancing. So take the weight onto your right foot and leg,
Left leg up, look forward, step it through, right heel to the floor. So hopefully your brick's fairly handy this time. So see if you can line up so the heel of the front foot's in line with the arch of the back foot. Your brick is about a foot in front of your left foot, the baby toe side. Bend, lean into the left leg and begin to let your right leg drift up. So we're trying to open up and stack the shoulders and the hips and keep your head back in line with your spine, and then allow your right hand to drift up towards the ceiling and breathe into that left hip and leg. Allow your breath to give you the energy. Allow it to help you to soften into it and relax into it. Wobbling's fine. One more. See if you can open up a wee bit more. One more breath here. And then bring your right hand down. Bend your left leg and step back onto your right foot. Frame the front foot, pivot in the toes of the back foot and step back into down dog. And we'll take our knees down, take them out the full width of your mat, big toes to touch, and lower yourself down into a nice restful child's pose. So you can bring your forearms across if you want to, and just have a little rock maybe from side to side on your forehead, if that feels good. Forearms are on the floor, so this really is a resting pose. So inhale into the back body and exhale, soften into the front body. Inhale and exhale. So inhaling, getting length in the back body. Exhaling, softening into the front body. So 2 more breaths here. Then begin to walk your hands back and bring yourself up. And then from here, we're going to swing your legs to one side and bring your feet out in front. So we're going to bring our knees in really close. So you're going to be slightly behind your sit bones, that bit that I keep talking about, the wee hollow bit. So we're not actually going to do boat pose, but we're just revisiting our core and our breath again a little bit. So we're going to allow our feet to begin to lift off the floor. So just see how that feels. Just keep your shoulders rolling back and down. So you can keep a wee touch with the floor with your feet if you need to. And then we're going to see if you can release your hands and keep your knees there. So this is quite strong. So you need to engage everything and you need to use all your muscles here. Your psoas muscles coming the whole way down. So the psoas muscles come from the back the whole way down and connect your legs. And then we're going to take a big inhale and we're going to straighten our legs out and lower down as if we're going to lie down, but we're not going to lie down. And exhale in.
Inhale, out. Exhale, in. Inhale, out. Great work. Exhale, in. Inhale, out. Exhale, in. Last one. Inhale, out. Feel wonderful. Exhale, in. Hug your knees in. Plant your knees down. Take your knees out a bit wider and just fold over your knees. Maybe you'll hold on to your feet. Maybe you won't. Big inhale and exhale. Tell yourself well done. Bring your 2 feet together if you can in Baddha Konasana. Hold on to your feet or your ankles, wherever you can hold on to, and lift yourself up. So now you are on your sit bones, and just butterfly your knees nice and gently. So wherever you're holding on, use your elbows maybe to encourage your knees to open out a little bit. Take a big inhale, lead with your heart center, and begin to fold forward. So only go as far as feet is okay, and then let your head go. I can't go very far in this posture. Just let your head go. And breathe. One more breath. And then gently bring yourself back up again. And keep your knees bent or keep your feet on the floor. And we're just going to unroll nice and slowly and gently and feel it in your tummy. Hold on to the mat if you need to, or onto your legs. Try and keep control the whole way down. And just bring your knees in towards your chest. Have a wee rock from side to side. And then straighten the left leg out along the floor. And take your right foot and plant it onto the left thigh. Arms out either side of your body, and just drop your right knee down towards the left. Try and keep your right shoulder nestled down onto the floor, so only go as far as you can without the right shoulder lifting off. And then you can bring your left hand and maybe encourage it, your right knee down a little bit further. So breathe into that whole of that right side of your body. Inhale and exhale. In and out. One more big inhale and exhale. If you're holding on with your left hand, gently release. And just the way you came in, bring yourself back to center. Plant your right foot on the floor. Bring your left knee in. Give it a hug, straighten your right leg. And then plant your right foot onto the left foot onto the right thigh. And begin to take the left knee down to the right. So again, only go as far as you can without the left shoulder lifting off the floor. And I can really feel that on this side today for some reason, right down that left hip. So I have no idea what I've been doing, but something is just saying, just be gentle with me. And maybe give if you are feeling it, and I am, I'm going to give my left hip a wee massage and tell it, yes, I'm listening. And actually, no, it's okay. Never underestimate the power of touch and breath. So feel your breathing into that whole left side of the body, right up to the left armpit. One more breath here. Gently release the right hand, right leg,
bring yourself back to center. Release your left foot. And you're ready for your relaxation. So get on, or put on whatever extra layers you need. Make sure you're going to be comfortable for the next 10 minutes or so. Use whatever props you need so that you can stay completely still for the next few minutes. The important thing is to make sure you're comfortable. Have a drink. And then bring yourself down into Shavasana. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Allow your head to roll gently from side to side and come to rest in the center. Nice long back neck. Arms rotated so the backs of the hands are on the floor. Palms facing up. Heel of the right foot at the right edge of the mat. Heel of the left foot at the left edge of the mat. And just take a couple of minutes to observe your breath. The in and the out. Each breath different. Each breath its own little individual personality. We can breathe in so many different ways. And yet, we so often completely ignore our breath. This is the prana, the life force, our energy. It's both our energy and what gives us the ability to soften and let go and relax. So just notice how you're breathing. In and out, calm, ease, soft, and relax. So we'll just do a quick scan of our bodies. We start at the crown of the head, the forehead, the third eye, the eyebrow center, the eyes, the eyelids just resting gently on each other. The cheekbones, the lips just touching gently, maybe a little smile hovering on your lips. The hinge of the jaw, the teeth slightly parted, no clenching. Jaw, sides of the neck, the tops of the shoulders, the backs of the shoulders, front ribs, back ribs, the upper arms, the elbows, the lower arms, the wrists, the backs of the hands, the palms of the hands, all of the fingers completely relaxed. And now come to your abdomen, to your tummy, where we have been doing a lot of our breathing today. Feel all of those internal organs softening and relaxing, releasing down onto the back body. The points of the hips, the buttocks, fronts of the thighs, the backs of the thighs, the knees, the shins, the calves, the ankles, the heels, the tops of the feet, the soles of the feet, all of the toes. Feel as if your whole body is completely relaxed, releasing, letting go. No tension held anywhere in your body. If you notice any little area where there is still tension, very deliberately direct your breath into it. So I'm going to take in a little meditation that I first saw in one of my magazines, so I've adapted it slightly. And originally it was by Jill Lawson. So now I'd like you to imagine that your lungs are like the fabric of a hot air balloon, but it's only partly inflated. And while it's partly inflated, the basket which is beneath it, that's your spirit. The basket is your spirit. It's skipping and bouncing across the ground, but it can't quite get lifted off because the air in the balloon is only partly inflating it. There isn't enough energy to lift your spirit off the ground, to lift the basket off the ground. So slowly begin to lengthen each inhale. And as you do so, see the balloon inflating and begin to lift off the ground, carrying with it your spirit and the basket. Your breath can lift your spirit to whatever heights you want it to go. It will help to raise the vibration of your whole body. Allow your consciousness to lift up and your mind to go with it, drifting, resting among the clouds of inspiration. Feel that you're floating away with that hot air balloon. Your spirit laughing, happy, singing, enjoying that sense of lightness and freedom that you can experience as you allow yourself to float up in among the clouds. Your consciousness lifting, finding inspiration, happiness, rest, as you allow yourself to drift and float through the clouds. You're in this wonderful, happy space where everything is just wonderful. Everything is peaceful. Everything is light, happy. Everything is just perfect. So with each inhale, allow that sense to increase, that sense of wonderment, that sense of light and happiness to increase. And allow that feeling to wash over your whole body. And just continue to allow your mind to drift and be just the power of your breath, allowing this wonderful sensation of peace, happiness, uplifting consciousness. and feel completely inspired, knowing that you are in control. You can do this. You have the power within you to lift yourself up at any time, to fill your hot air balloon, to inflate it and allow your spirit to go with it. Breath, the mindful breath, the rhythm out and in, the wave that washes through our days, creating space for stillness, sorrow, joy, or exaltation, full, then empty, ebb and flow. Breath accompanies each step into the unknown. In the breath, the soul finds an opportunity to speak. Images or intuition, poetry or wordless wisdom come and go. No effort, but to breathe and listen. So that's by Dana Foulds, and it's called Breathe, and it's from Go In and In. So your relaxation is almost complete. Gently bring yourself back. Begin to breathe more deeply. And bring yourself back to your mat, to the time and place where you are resting. Bring a bit of movement back into your body, wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes. And when you're ready, bring your right knee in towards your chest, your left knee in towards your chest. And just begin to rock gently from side to side. And then when you're ready, take the roll, rock right over onto the right side of your body. Give yourself a hug while you're there. And then when you're ready, press into the top hand. Bring yourself up and meet me in any comfortable seated position. And bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra. So press your hands firmly together. Use your thumbs to lift your heart center up a little bit. Big inhale. And bow your head down toward your hands. So thank you so much for joining me, ladies. I really appreciate your company and the effort that you make to get yourselves here on the mat. So thank you so much. May friendships and fond memories fill your life with enough love to share. And may your spirit shine and inspire others in the presence of something beautiful. Namaste.